recording. Okay, so welcome to everybody who's here, and this is a very, I'm going to say, a very different kind of thing that from what I typically do in the weekly Thrive sessions. But the more and more I feel like I think about how I want to, how I want to frame the, let's say, I want to frame the content that I offer to all of you. The more and more I think is all about so many different. It's not just about painting. It's literally a lifestyle. So that's of course like my thought. And so that's why I thought, you know what can we do a little differently? Because I've been showing you painting tips and tricks for the longest time. So this time I thought, okay, let me do something different. And like I was chatting just before we started the live, that I used to make and sell soap for almost 8 years. It was maybe even more. I really enjoyed it. It was so much fun. But then what happened was that after some time, like soap is heavy. So lugging the soap and, it becomes very heavy and it was very physically taxing. And I felt like I just cannot do it anymore. So I just, I really enjoyed it. I made bath bombs, I made soap, I made body butter, different kinds of oils, like all kinds of things. And I truly, truly enjoyed it. So that's where this body butter thing is really coming from. So what we'll do is we'll get into how it's very easy to make. I will send the recipe to all of you. You can make it later on. I have used it for my personal use. I've used it as gifting, and I'll show you. I don't have the gifting thing, but the jars that you can use, and you can be as creative as you want. It's just very, very, very simple. So the ingredients are, and again, like I said, I'll send you the recipe. The ingredients are just very, very simple. So you can be using this recipe for any other butter, any other type. So today I'm using avocado butter, and to that I'll be adding some jojoba oil. So I have jojoba oil here. I will be adding some green tea extract, and I'll show everything to you, so don't worry. There'll be a little bit of an essential oil mix that I have, and you can use literally anything. And I'll be using, so I have arrowroot flour over here, but you should be using, it's better to use like tapioca flour, but arrowroot flour is also okay. And I'll explain to you as we go why we are using these ingredients. And that's it. And of course, you need these jars. These are from our dollar store over here. So, or even if you have empty jars at home, you can use those. So this is an old one. This one I had made last year, and it's still really good. And let me show you here, so you can see it. You can see that.
Yes.
Still, yeah, it's still, and I'll show you under. So so the thing with body butter is I've just taken just literally this much. I don't even need this much. So literally this much. And if I put it on my skin, it is going to melt. See there? It's going to melt with the heat of my hand. And it is so moisturizing. I mean, it's really good. As you see, it's disappeared.
Oh, yeah.
You can't, you can see because I haven't made a hair. So this is something I use, especially in the winter. In Canada, the winter can be a little harsh. And actually, I use it even in the summer at nighttime. After when I'm going to bed, wash my face, take my whatever makeup, whatever little makeup I have on my face, and then before sleeping, this is what I put on my face, and it's very nourishing. I have never had a breakout, and for mature skin, it actually works like really well. Okay, and of course, ask away your questions, anything that you might have. And with that being said, let me change my camera. Okay, there we go. So, so as far as I mentioned, I showed you the ingredients that we really need. And the what do you say? The materials, the yeah, materials, or let's say the equipment that you need is also just very basic. This is just like this is just like a measuring jug. This I got this from Walmart, or you can get from wherever you buy your groceries. It's easily available. It's kind of nice to have a weighing scale. This is it's really old. And I'll show you. It's really well used. You can see the condition of it because I've been using it. This was the first scale that I bought, and it still is running strong. So you'll need a weighing scale, and you do need this is the what do you say, the what do you call this, the blender, the
Mm.
beater, the I forget what it's called. What is it called?
It's a
The
whisk.
thing that you use for making cakes and all that, the electric beater.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the electric beater. So and this is what you need. I mean, you can do it with your hand and the single serve blender as well. It will just take a bit longer with this. The advantage of this is that because it's got two prongs, it just helps to blend in really nicely. Like everything gets blended really nicely. And you can use the one that you have at home. Okay. Then so this is the materials here, and I'll show you here. Hold on. One second. Okay, just Barb just came in. Okay, so I have jojoba oil. Okay, so wherever you are in the world, it is important. It's important. Hi, Barb. It is important that you source your materials from a good quality place. So wherever you are, here in Canada, we have this Windy Point Supplies. I know in the US there is New Directions. So I used to get my stuff from New Directions, and actually the avocado butter here. This is the avocado butter here. So I have this big jar because I use it a lot. So this is the company New Directions. So I am not sure. I think this company started in the UK, but their quality of products is actually very good. So even the essential oils and everything, that's where I source them from here. And of course, this jojoba oil is from this company. This is a Windy Point, and this is a good one here. And you can just look up wherever you are, and you can find that. So this is green tea botanical extract. Okay, I have it in a jar. So this is like this kind of a jar. This is from the dollar store also, right? So you don't need to buy expensive stuff. That's what I'm saying. Now, when I was looking up the recipe, the recommendation really for this is to use the oil-based one. I don't have the oil-based one, so I'm going to use this. It's going to eventually get nicely whipped up, and it's a very fine powder. So you cannot, so it won't, you won't even see it. But if you have any kind of extract, if sometimes you get the lemongrass extract, you can use the lemongrass extract as well. There is the green tea extract also in an oil form. You can get that. You can use that as well. So if you don't have this, don't worry about it. You can still make body butter even without this. Okay, and this is arrowroot powder, arrowroot flour. So this I got from my local bulk barn, and I prefer tapioca flour, but I'm out of it right now, so I'm going to be using this. Okay, but don't use white flour because white flour tends to clump, and it does not give that dryness that you want because when you are making body butter, because it is just primarily a mixture of oils and butters, you need to add a little bit of drying agent to it. And that is what the arrowroot flour or the tapioca flour does. And you don't want it clumping. So with white flour, it'll start to clump. And arrowroot flour, and they are more powdery, and they're really, really dry. So this is a mixture of some essential oils that I made. You can use whatever essential oil you have at home. If you are scent sensitive, you don't even have to add it. You can choose not to add, you can make it just really plain. You will also find sometimes in some body butters, sometimes some people put a little bit of mica. So mica is added to give a little bit of a color. So most of the time I've seen like something like pink, that very, very light, and I can show you when we do it. Again, these are optional ingredients. You don't have to use them. Okay. I hope I'm recording this. Yes. Okay. All right. And then of course, and you need the weighing scale, like I said here. Okay, so and then I do have this thing over here, and I'll show you. These are just regular whisks, and of course some spoons and stuff like that. So this is the body butter I was showing you before. So you can see here. You can see it more closely, right? This one I had made last year, and it is so good. It smells so good. And you can see I had put in this one, I had actually put in some, what do you say, orange rind. So I don't know if you can see the pieces in there, little pieces you can see. So it was very fine. And I added that just to give it a little bit of texture, and it also it's nice. It doesn't itch the skin at all, nothing like that. And you can apply it with no problem at all. Okay, so you can vary the recipe as well. So it's fairly very simple. Okay. Any questions anyone has? We're good? Okay, so we can start. So I'm going to put my um the container on this, and I'm going to tear it to 0. Okay, so and and I'm going to be using, the recipe is with 14 ounces of avocado butter. There's going to be 5 ounces of the jojoba oil. There's going to be about half an ounce of the green tea extract. And the essential oil will be about a teaspoon, and 5 teaspoons of the tapioca, of the arrowroot flour that I'm going to be adding to it. Okay. So we'll start doing the weighing. So avocado butter is really very light, and it's very light on the skin as well. Okay. So let me see if I can show you the measurements. Okay, there we go. You can see that. Perfect. So I'm going to be putting in 14 ounces. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit more, 14.2. So you can. Okay, so good there. Okay, so now what we'll do is I'm going to now blend this, okay? Because if I add all the ingredients into this, especially if I add the tapioca flour, everything will fly over. So we'll start with, so it's going to be, I don't know if you can hear the sound, but probably not. Let's see. Okay, never mind. So I'm going to, oops. So I'm going to start slow and gradually increase the, you will see this number increase, if you can see it, okay. Starting at 1. So I've took it up to 3. That's because we want the avocado butter to get lighter. You know, the more you whip, it gets lighter. So I'm going to do a little bit more. So you can see right now that you see the consistency has changed. It's become a little like frothy. It's not that chunky like it was before. So now we will add the other ingredients to it. So that will be, so let's weigh it here now again. So now I'm adding 5 ounces of the jojoba oil. Let's see if I can show you the measurements. Can you see the measurements? I think, okay, there, I think that's better. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So I'm going to be putting 5 ounces of the jojoba oil. You can use any lightweight oil. You can use almond oil. You can even use olive oil if you want. Okay, perfect. 5 ounces of this oil. And then I'll add the green tea extract. That actually, I'm just going to literally eyeball it. I'm not going to, because I'm just going to add, because if you have it in a powder form, so I'm just adding a little bit to it. This green tea extract has antioxidant properties, so it is really good. And jojoba oil is a very light oil for the skin. And then we want to add in the essential oil as well. So I'm adding like okay, that should be enough. It's about like a teaspoon. And then we're adding the arrowroot flour in it as well. So we have to add like 5 teaspoons. So I'm taking this and I'm leveling it, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We got everything in there. Now I'm just going to mix everything because with a spoon first, because we don't want everything literally poofing up on us. So just make sure you mix it. Okay. Okay. And we're going to get back our beater here and we will start mixing up everything. So again, I'm going to start slow and then gradually increase it. And you'll see that the mixture gets whiter and it begins to form peaks. And I'll show you in between. You can see it's getting thickened up. So if I do this, it's, the when you bake cake, it forms it starts to form peaks. You can see that. But we need it a little bit more lighter. Looking really luscious. You can see that. You can see the peaks forming and it's become nice and smooth. I think I'm going to whisk it a little bit more, but I'm just going to pick up the stuff from the sides. Make sure that everything is whisked nicely. And it's smelling. I could add a little bit more. My essential oil. If I take a little bit of it on my hand, okay, like it's literally this dot, okay? And if I put it, because I had applied some oil here, so I'm just going to wipe it off. And if I put it here, so you can see that, it's just so little you need. And when I put it on my hand, it is just, the skin is just, it's absorbing so nicely on it. Let's see, I'll do it this hand here. And if you feel that it's not, you need it to be a little bit more drying, like a bit more, you can actually add a bit more of the tapioca, this flour here, which actually I'm going to do. I feel like needs a little bit more, so I'll just add a tiny bit more of the flour. So you have the basic recipe, and then you can also, adjust it accordingly as well, a little bit. Really creamy and luscious, really nice. We'll give it one more whisk. Okay, so now it's forming these nice peaks. You can see that, just like your cake batter. And that's it, and then we are done. Just gonna take these off. Yeah, anyone has any questions?
Yes, ma'am. How many jars would this?
Yeah, so this will ease, so this, because this was like 14 ounces.
Uh-huh.
And so I have these ounces are 8 ounces each. So it will easily make 3 jars very easily. And I'm going to start filling them. Now, the thing to remember is that when it sits for a while, so you can use it right away, but just let it sit for maybe a day or so, because then that way the flavor, sorry, the oil, everything blends really nicely, and the body butter becomes thicker. So if you see this one here, I don't know, you can see that it is literally solid. It looks solid, it's not solid, but if you compare this one, because this is fresh, and this was what I had made like last year.
Mm.
So it does thicken up. Okay,
Right.
so and I'm going to jar it in front of you, so you'll know exactly how much. So these jars, like I said, I got from the dollar store, and I typically wash them nicely, dry them, and then I will put I'll just spritz them with alcohol as well, just so that you know if there's anything. Although there's no water in this, right? So you have the advantage that because there's no water, the shelf life is really long. So make sure that you leave like a little bit on the top, just for, I mean, you don't want to fill it to the top, like right to the top. Over here, it is fine. So that's one. And this one jar is going to last you an entire season because you need so little of it. See, it's so creamy, like it's light when you are when I'm filling these jars up. I can actually feel the lightness. So many times when I'm, especially when it is gifting season or something like that, I double the recipe.
Mm.
and I make like double because it's very, people love to receive, body care products. I think everyone enjoys them. So they're kind of nice for gifting as well. Yeah, so 3 jars. So three 8-ounce jars is, and you can, if you want to put a label and a ribbon on it or something like that, you can certainly do that. Any other questions?
With these spare jars, would it be advisable to maybe put it in the fridge to prolong the life, or?
Yeah, I don't put them in the fridge. The only thing I make sure is I put them in a cool place. Like you don't want
Okay,
direct heat on them
right.
because at the end of the day, it's oils and butters, right? It's a mixture. So if direct heat is following on them, then they can get rancid. So just keep it in a cool place. That's about
Right,
it. I don't put them in the fridge. You don't need to put it in the fridge.
right.
If it
Thank you.
was, yeah, it's just they are very hey. So even, on my hand, you can see even I have not even done anything, but it is melting with the heat of my hand, like the oils and butters. So if I go this way, this is just really, so you use a very small quantity of it on your body. You can use it for your entire body too. No problem, no problem at all. So just use very, very small quantities. That's all. And especially for people who have dry skin, for them it is actually a good. This is it's like really really good. You can substitute the avocado butter with let's say shea butter. So I've had some people ask me that question. You can use shea butter if you want. Some people now shea butter, remember, is heavier. The reason I like avocado butter is because it is very light. And here, let me change my camera so I can talk to you. Yeah, so the reason I use avocado butter is because I find it to be very, very light. Shea butter is much heavier, so you might find that you might have to adjust the recipe a little bit, but what I'll do is I'll probably search up a shea butter recipe because shea butter is also very popular with people, and you can use it with, you can make it with shea butter. There was one customer I had whose husband's feet were very dry, so she asked me to make the body butter with coconut oil. And coconut oil is literally heavier. So I made it actually with a mixture of coconut oil and shea butter. So I mixed the two together. And the exact same, the other things are all exact same. And I adjusted the flour and everything with it just to make sure that, we get the enough dryness and the oil thing that you want is also there. It's not even sticky. So now when I'm going on my hand like that, it's not sticky because you don't want that stickiness. Well,
It looks very nourishing.
it is
You
very
know,
nourishing. Yeah, you can see here. See
yeah.
my hands?
It's silky. It makes your skin look very silky,
Yeah,
you
very
know.
luxurious, and it's a, you can see that. I think it's
Yes.
of the, yeah, the light. If I'm looking it off the light, if my hands are not shiny. It's just because of the light, my hands are feeling a little bit shiny, but the
Mm.
skin is really it's really good.
I just wondered what essential oils that you put in that
So
particular
I
mix.
have used a variety. So this one actually had rosewood, sandalwood, and there was one aroma of Versailles. So it was, so this is a, it's giving a very woody scent.
Mm.
But you can use any. If you like rose, you can use rose. But the rose essential oil is actually pretty expensive. But you can use, I also have, I've used jasmine. Jasmine rose is like so good. It's beautiful. It's the scent is so nice, the rose jasmine one. You can use any. You can use lemon if you like. You can use cedar. Cedar also, I've done with cedar as well. Cedar is so good. Cedar is one of my favorite actually. The scent, because you almost feel that you are in the woods. I'm out of it right now. But jasmine rose is one of my like a lot. I've also used orange, like orange essential oil. Like if you want a citrusy flavor, a scent, you can use that as well. So you can use pretty much anything, but just source it from a good, like a good place, the essential oils, because you can get essential oils like on in Walmart and all these places for like about this much of a bottle for $1. In that, there is hardly any essential oil. There probably will be essential oil this much, and the rest will be some oil that they have added. So
Right.
source it from a like a reliable place. And I think, let me see if I think there is new directions in UK. Let me see. New directions, UK. Yeah, they have new directions in UK.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll have to look that up. New.
yeah. I
I've
will
got this.
send you, I will, yeah, I will send you, when I send the replay, I will, maybe I'll look up some places where you can buy these supplies. So yeah, get to the, especially the, yeah, all the supplies actually they have. So, and if you plan on making this for like on a regular basis, and like I get the big, buy the big jar. Like this one is the one, you see this one here? Such a big one.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so this one is 4 kg, 8.8 pounds.
Ooh,
Yeah,
a lot.
but I use it. So obviously you need to see how much you use, because I use it a lot for home and for gifting as well. So for me, it works really well. So you have to see your usage, um, and um, and yeah, and based on that, buy your materials. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Any any questions? Anything else? Nothing? Good. So I'm hoping that you will try this and send me an email if you made it. And
Yeah, I'm gonna have a go because it's nice to have something that is that you know for yourself, that you've made for yourself, that you know
yeah,
exactly what
yeah,
has gone into it.
yeah,
Some of the things that put in these creams, oh,
yeah.
you know,
I have
it's
yet
shocking.
to, yeah, I have yet to do some testing with making a cream. Actually, I have the ingredients. I have not tried it, and I will. But maybe like next week, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do the live. I'm not so sure because I have family coming here, so I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, you'll get an email. But I will probably do a series. Maybe I'll do the soap making.
Yes,
And
please.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that you can, soap is also very easy to make. Yeah. Okay.
Well, thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay.
That was
All
lovely.
right. So you have a lovely weekend and I will see you around soon.
Okay. Bye now. Bye.
Bye.